and I never told you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and that was the truest behind the scenes that you ever could have gotten. I am LeChance, and I am here with Flow Snake. And guys, it's wool sock season. It's the best time of the year. Get those thick little critters on your feet and just slide around on those linoleum floors like a goddamn race car.
I could not agree more, LeChance. I really do love this time of year, specifically for how slippery it is when moving about the house. I've been developing a new sport, stair skiing, and essentially what you do is you just run. Well, you put on slippery socks and you just run at your wooden stairs as fast as you can, and you try to make it to the bottom without having to go to the emergency room.
Incredible, and truthfully. A game that I've played many times before.
You're going to have to invite me again.
Did you automatically decline it out of curiosity?
The X is right next to the check mark, you know? And
they put them so
I'm
close together.
known for my ability to click the right thing. It's not one of my skills.
The biggest mistake that we make in these streams is we come in hot with our best stuff right off the bat when no one has gotten the notification yet. And I really hope that people go back and listen, because really all they need to do is listen to the first 60 seconds of every single stream and a beautiful story is told.
That's true. Yeah, that's really where you get all of the good stuff. I like that. We come in quite hot.
Absolutely.
Now, it looks like we've got one team playing a game by themselves here. And, I know who's playing today, but why don't you tell me who's playing today?
Absolutely.
Just so the viewers can know.
And I've prepped for your trap because you gave me a heads up.
I did.
We are seeing Glacial Inferno Glacial Inferno Academy versus
of course.
Sensei Randels Intermediate Karate Squadron. The syllables, and you know who's for real first?
You know who's first, though? It's Keegan Bukowski. What's up, Keegan? How you doing, buddy?
Keegan,
welcome to the stream.
You are first like usual. First in the message boards, and first in our hearts. Yep. Giancarlo Gaming says, no me. And let me just say, Giancarlo Gaming sounds like sort of a Mafia Don-esque gaming society, and I love it. I'm sure that's not the case.
I think he's just Italian.
Mods ban him. A little heavy-handed, Keegan, but of course, at your behest. Anyone who's followed us or subscribed ever to the channel is, in fact, part of the board. He gave the sad robot face, so I don't think there's anything we can do to him, though. We were just talking about...
We got a second team filtering in here.
Guys,
that's nice.
We got a second team. We've got a game.
All right.
We can fill the baseball diamond with all the League of Legends players, and we can play soccer.
Lose that baseball game.
Lose that game. Oh, my God. I would love it. All right, guys, let's get our best...
That should be an Olympic event, is you take athletes and you force them to play a different game. To see how talented they really are.
Here's my pitch. We take our best League of Legends players in the LBLCS and we put them on skates and we make them play against a youth hockey team. So
I am all for this plan.
We get, I think it's gotta be, the youth hockey team has to be like under 15. And all of the players have to be like over 25. It's just so we can watch a bunch of adults get wrecked. And I'll be the first to volunteer to go through the gates. I can't even skate, but I'll get those.
I can coach the hockey team, having played youth hockey for maybe 4 years. I think that's enough experience to coach.
My goodness, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how deep our pool is of hockey.
People who
expertise.
can skate one from the side of an ice rink to another.
I will crawl. I will crawl on the ice, and I'll be more effective that way.
That's the kind of commitment we're looking for on this team.
As always, chat, if you can't hear us, or our voices sound like they've been put through a meat grinder and it's not for the normal reasons, please let us know. Keegan Beglowski says there are no pools in hockey, LeChance. It's ice. All right. Well,
not the way he plays hockey.
Not the way that I play hockey. I play hockey the same way I play water polo. I've never played water polo before. Same level of experience.
Nice.
Ready for pro draft.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
do we have our overlay? They didn't psych us out with the wrong program. We might be able to get the right overlay up.
We might be able
My money is on the teams being on the wrong sides, but let's see what happens.
They are actually... Hold on a second here. I may have done everything right.
Okay. Did they already draft the whole thing?
No. I don't think so. Maybe.
I saw a bunch of picks.
How does it feel, guys, when I make the logos real big and real small?
There you go. Very nice.
No, it feels like I'm playing favorites, and I'm not. I just wanted to make it look squinty. I'd like one eye was peering at you in a weird way, and then these two middle parts are the nostrils, and then all the drafts are big teeth, and he's just smiling at you. Okay. All right. Very good. So some of them weren't. Ruffian says, "Shake my head. It's the old Sensei Randels." Dude, is there an upgraded Ruffian? Send us the logo
on over.
We'll surgically place it in. Oh my God! It's so much better. Holy shit. Folks, let me.
Yeah, you do some work here. I'll we can pretend to talk about this draft, and then, we'll just wait for that.
Oh my God, it's so... That was not on purpose. It's so big. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, it's quite large. I love it.
I'm so sorry, everyone. We'll make it the right size.
That really is actually an exceptional logo, though.
It's so much better.
Now, my question is, what sort of, what Don is the pink belt there? I'm unfamiliar with that in the hierarchy of karate belts. So if we have any karate masters in the chat who could inform me what rank belt that is.
Or indeed, if Sensei Randall himself is...
Yeah, if Sensei Randall's in the chat, could we get some karate tips? Maybe a nunchuck demonstration? Or, Do you ever go see those, like, where all the karate kids get together and they do their, they make noise and they punch the air? You ever see that?
Oh my goodness, yes. They just punch the air, though. There's no, actual combat?
Well, so I saw a really good one once. Okay. All the other times I saw one was bad. And I don't watch, a lot of youth karate demonstrations, but I watch enough. And so the one time I saw a really good one where they did a Duel of the Fates from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh my God.
One of the most underrated Star Wars films, in my opinion. And, a great, two single swords versus one guy with a bow staff. It was very entertaining. They played the song the whole time. It was really, really well done. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. They didn't actually cut the kid in half, which I thought was kind of a cop-out, but, it is what it is.
They pulled up at the last second.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Or, if you haven't watched that particular youth karate demonstration.
Yeah, of course.
So spoilers on two fronts there.
I can't help but feel bad for the side. It's Glacial Inferno Academy. Am I getting that correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. So their logo versus the Sensei Randall. I don't know. Can we get
a better one? I can.
Okay.
I can, and it's actually it rivals the one get ready, guys. I don't know if it'll similarly take up the entire screen.
I sure hope it does.
Yeah, let's let's see here. And guys, we will talk about this draft. We know you came here for
we got a full 3 minutes coming up to talk about the draft. Don't even
3
we've
minutes.
not once missed that full 3 minutes to talk about the draft. So we'll get there.
Not even once. Now you see, I've attached a pair of bloody daggers to the hands.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the only upgrade that I can think of. I don't know how to MS Paint at all.
Okay.
Otherwise,
you open MS Paint and that's it. But yeah,
that's a good point. Rather, there's not.
I do like that. To me, it's much more intimidating because he's ready. That Glacier is armed.
Yeah, where did the Glacier get the daggers, and who?
Yeah,
did he
who
just
builds daggers for glaciers?
Is
what blacksmith is out there arming these large,
slow-moving ice blocks?
Yeah, well, yes.
And that's something, you know what? No government is talking about this, and I think that's a serious problem.
Yeah, you want to talk conspiracy theories. Let's talk about the heavily armed glaciers competing in amateur League of Legends tournaments.
We were talking about this before. We just got a little bit sidetracked. Do you remember what your best wipeout as a little kid was? Because we were talking before about running really fast with slippery socks on and just gunning it across linoleum.
Sure.
And I have taken some tumbles in my day.
And, absolutely.
I'm just curious if you remember any of yours.
Oh, I definitely do. I was quite fearless as a young lad, and I had a real I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. I really enjoyed sort of action sports.
Sure.
Your BMX and your skateboard and your things of that nature.
Right.
So I used to build a lot of really unsafe ramps, and I had a very long driveway. And what I would do is I would ride down the driveway, go as fast as I could, and then launch myself off those shoddily made ramps.
Smart.
So, yeah, a lot of abrasions in my household growing up, just really rubbing the skin off. You come down hard on a driveway and you're not really paying attention, you don't really know how to handle it. It's a little bit rough. So I took off the skin on like my entire forearm one time. Yeah, when you're like 7, that's a lot. That's really...
It's a big part of your body. Any part of your body. If it's a full forearm or a leg.
Yeah, and then another time I landed it, but I lost control and I ended up driving into a horseshoe pit and taking the horseshoe pole that you're throwing it right to the stomach. My brother thought it had gone through me, and it had not, but it almost did. So, yeah, that was a pretty rough one. And then your typical bumps and bruises, broken fingers and toes and noses and things of that nature.
I still haven't really had a significant break anywhere in my body.
Yeah, I mean, those are insignificant. You don't do anything for those. You just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never, broke a wrist or anything like that.
We have a buddy that has seemingly done everything he can to shatter all the bones in his body at one time or another. Spooky man.
Yeah, you know a spooky man. He's as cracked as he is jacked.
Right, as cracked as he is jacked. And on occasion, his bones aren't all in one piece.
Yep. I would say I've seen many occasions in which his bones are not in one piece. I can remember...
I went to the hospital with him.
Most recently, yeah. Lost a day
all on vacation together.
Yep.
And
that was a great one. And then I actually just recounted that story. Not a day passed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
It's a good one. He is still truly fearless. As I've grown older, I've simply grown more fearful as I acknowledge the limits of this mortal coil.
I agree, but still when I get behind the wheel of some sort of motor vehicle and there's a jump around, I do really want to go off of it. It's just, you could just think about it. Think about how cool it would be.
They asked if we're ready, and I said that we're always ready.
I was born ready.
Born ready. Even though when we were both born. This game didn't exist. But still. Searching for a purpose. X-Ranger 10 says, nice and notorious BUD to bring more splits only. Hey, I can't even remember what the draft was, so we're going to see
well, that sounds like a draft point, and we've got a full 3 minutes to talk about the draft coming up here. So, we'll get there in just a minute there, X-Ranger.
So right. We will get to that. Once again, this is the playoffs for economy. We've got Sensei Randels Intermediate Karate Squadron.
Is this a quarter or semifinal or anything?
This is a semifinal.
This is a semifinal. So the winner of this will go on to the final. Or go to the quarterfinal. What's the structure of this?
What is the structure of this tournament? I'm just gonna say yes. That's how I also understand it.
Fantastic.
Ruffian says Bjergsen retired in order to study under Bud at the dojo. Flow Snake, do you have any feelings?
It's been a really hard day. It's been, I mean, I'm sad to see him no longer play, but I am excited to see what the future holds. I've been saying for years I expected him to transition into the coaching role after retirement, so I'm very excited about it. I just don't know who is going to be the new solo mid. I just don't know. And, I'm hoping Bjergsen has a hand in picking this season's roster. And he can pick his own replacement. I think that would be optimal. So I've got high hopes for the boys, and we'll see what they can put together. But yeah, it's a sad day in the for
he
the
owns
Bayline
like a share of TSM, right?
He does, yeah. So basically, since then, it was kind of confirmed he was never going to leave the organization.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. I do not want Jensen to become de facto NA mid either. As a big Bjergsen fan, my inclination towards Jensen is that he's trash, which is completely unfair. He's obviously second best mid laner in North America, and it's a very close contest. But, that's what being a fan is all about, is ignoring
fair
facts.
Enough.
Call somebody trash.
Yep, you acknowledged it, and there it is. You're all good.
Yep.
If I was able to finagle it that you were able to have like a sit-down lunch or dinner with Bjergsen, would that be a good or a bad thing? Do you want to meet him?
Yeah, I think I could be normal.
Okay. All right.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I would just be like really, because he is younger than me, so I think I could have like a normal human being conversation with the guy. Just be like, oh, I am a big fan, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on this and that, and
Right.
But yeah, I think I could have a normal. Why is he here? Is he behind me?
Throw the covers off your bed. He's been hiding under there. There he is. Curled up in a little ball. No, I mean, I don't intend to die for like at least 60 years,
Sure, yeah.
And
that's a good run.
Yeah, I think that there's some chance that I could come across. I talk to people. We'll see what can be pulled off over the years. Ideally, you'll forget about it completely, and I'll invite you to lunch, and I won't show up, and it'll just be Bjergsen. I think that would be funny for me. I don't know how funny that would be for you to have.
I would just be stoked. I'd just be like, oh, sick.
Right.
And I mean, he makes a lot of money, so he's probably going to pay for lunch,
That's the best possible silver lining that you can take out of it.
Yeah, we ball out.
I completely agree. Let's get some crab cakes up in here.
Hell, crab cakes, king crab legs, buddy.
King crab legs. What's like the most expensive food that you can think of? And not just like gold flakes on pancakes and stuff like that.
Beluga caviar.
Holy gosh.
I ball out on food.
Yeah.
I like really fancy stuff.
You do.
Not just because it's fancy, I usually really enjoy it.
That's an important.
And I don't have money, so it's a dangerous thing to be into.
I just have rich tastes.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into.
I have eaten a fair bit of gold.
Have you had? I have had some gold flakes on things. What's the most expensive thing that you've eaten or drank in drinking?
I one time ate an entire like party-sized platter of toro, which is like a fatty tuna sushi dish.
Oh.
And this was like a particularly fine cut. My grandmother ate so much sushi she got mercury poisoning.
What?
And so yeah, so at her 70th birthday, 60th birthday, 70th birthday, a birthday.
Uh-huh.
We balled up, and where I was sitting at the table, nobody was interested in this particular thing, so I ate the entire thing, and I later found out it was valued at about $500.
Holy shit.
Yep. So, it was quite a bit of food, and I really went to town. So that was that, and then I've had to drink. I've had a tequila that the bottle is $1,500.
Wait, was that the bell?
It's great. No, I've not had the Clase Azul Ultra Premium, which is similarly valued, but I think a much better taste. What I had was the Grand Patron Burdeos, which is quite lovely. A little bit too barrely for my taste. Not a lot of natural complexity, mostly just a nice charred white oak.
Well, we've done it again, folks.
Every time we're getting good at it.
We're getting
we really can vamp for 3 minutes, no problem at this point.
We hope that you guys enjoyed the analyst stuff. We will talk about the team compositions. I actually am kind of excited about one thing. Also, if the stream crashes,
I haven't even looked.
It's honestly sick.
Interesting.
The real quick though, I've had a $2,000 glass of wine.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh
sure.
Shit! Logos is way too big. 1 second.
A classic prank.
Just 1 second. 1 second, guys. Don't even frickin' worry about it. There we go. There we go.
Excuse me. Got all these bubbles in me.
Guys, it's late night league on a Saturday night. We know you've got a lot of options when it comes to your entertainment, and we're just so glad that you're joining us today. And we hope that we've got a banger series. This is going to be a best of 3. It promises to be exciting. We have got Notorious BUD on Fiora. Okay, so let's just look at this. Sensei Randels, I mean, this feels very Sensei Randels.
Yeah, this is a classic Sensei Randels comp. We've got Bud on a nice lifesteal split pusher. We've got old No Name playing one of all 5 positions as per usual.
Mm-hmm.
The only one is on his signature Yone. Ooh, a new Ash skin for Ruffy in here. I haven't seen that one. Ash before. That's a nice looking skin. It's real nice. Sort of got like a snake skin. It's not a kimono. It's I don't know. It's a Chinese.
Oh, sure. Yes, the dress.
I forget the name, but it's nice. It looks nice. I like the aesthetic. All right, we can run. So we got the nice Fiora, Lilia, Yone, Ash, Morgana. A lot of pick potential. A lot of great Wombo ability as well, honestly. Yes. But I think they won't force 5v5, considering on the other side for Sensei Randall, or for Glacial Inferno Academy.
Yes.
Excuse me. The Poppy Galio Jin Nautilus with the Nidalee throwing spears is a really nasty 5v5 as well. So I just want to say, we've seen
the last time we streamed, we actually, that you and I casted, we casted these guys playing against each other, if I recall.
That sounds maybe possible. I don't think I've ever casted Sensei Randels, or a Glacial Inferno Academy. Sorry.
You have.
It's possible.
Ooh, a great flash there from the Nautilus. GG Baba Ajim is...
I would remember that name.
That's fair. He's played his Jin a couple of times. This is a champion I remember him slapping on. Really excited to see. And I believe Karis also has played some Nautilus before. So that bot lane going to be really filthy. I love the rotations that Galio allows them to mess around with. And Ryoga, Ryoga, the last time I watched Ryoga play, he played Sejuani, had like kind of a rough game. You know, people were dodging the ults like all over the place. Game 2 goes on to Nidalee and dumpsters people. Starts hitting max range spears left and right. I'm really excited to see him back on this champion. And we're back. We should come clean. You and I have been sucked into the world of Albion for a little bit. So we're gonna shake this stuff off. We're gonna flex our League of Legends muscles. Which is primarily in the calves, believe it or not.
Yeah, that is really where League of Legends sits, I think. And what you want to do is you want to be making sure you're lifting exclusively with your toes, and that's how you really can work those muscles out.
Smart and true. We've got a whole workout series, but that's on another YouTube channel. Bud has been beaten to level 2 here, and Bubblegum doing a great job. Ooh, a great hook and a great spell shield. That was just 2 supports saying, hey, we know our champs, all right? This lane's not going to be easy for either of us.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I really like the Jhin Nautilus 2v2, but Ashe Morgana, obviously a classic pair, and both sides seeming well-practiced on their picks, so that should be exciting. Really curious to see what AZN Bubblegum is going to do here on this Poppy pick into Bud. You know, Bud is known for his ability to dominate this top lane. I believe the Cull start is critical to the notorious build. But yeah, really excited to see how these side lanes pan out. We know The Only One is rock solid on this Yone pick, but I do like the Galio into it. I think the roaming potential, as you said, really is a great choice into it.
Yeah, I don't think that either of these teams has drafted poorly. I think it feels like they both got everything that they wanted, and it's just going to be down to execution, feeling Francie Fee, and getting out there and just being like, okay, we've got our strategy, we're going to make it happen.
Absolutely, yeah, really excited to see how this one pans out. Looks like early on, Lilia heading towards the top side, securing that top side scuttle. Poppy a little pushed up here. Wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, no sleep thing, but it wouldn't happen anyways. I think Bubblegum just gets out. Let's see. Yeah.
Fight for some time.
Hold on. Oh, no,
there it is.
Oh, goes in for the first blood. Flashes exchanged there. But, you know, he saw he was taking that first turret shot and was just like, we're going to make this happen.
Yeah, I really like that play out of Old No Name. You know, 1-for-1ing not ideal, but it's going to give Bud all the time in the world and, you know, a critical piece of Sensei Randels' strategy.
Let me also say the other side of this, which is that it means that Nidalee can farm that bottom side safely with impunity. And
that is true.
Gank this bottom lane. We'll see, though.
Oh, Lilia's going to catch her out pretty low.
Ryugi,
wow.
Let's see. Ryugi does get tagged there, but of course no ultimate, so it doesn't matter. No one can rotate down to catch him, it looks like.
Galio has to push their mid lane priority, going to save Nidalee's life.
Well done from Glacial Academy. That was, you know, to the very edge here. Let's see, Bud being pushed around up here. I think this this top lane, once again, is interesting because of the players. Because I think Bubblegum is doing a fantastic job against this Fiora. But we've also seen Bud, you know, die 7 times and then still become useful at 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's hard not to talk about the dude.
When you are an unrelenting hammer that smashes into one place over and over again, eventually that thing will break.
Yeah, it's true. I like this. I mean, the Poppy has a way to counter.
Yeah, I think the Poppy pick is an exceptional pick into Fiora.
They did their homework.
Yeah, they knew what was coming and had a plan for it. I really like that.
Keegan Biglowski says, Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai. And there you have it.
Has anybody watched that Cobra Kai series? I hear good things.
I heard great things. I did watch a little bit of it. Seems interesting, but I'm going to be honest.
They sort of flipped the script and Cobra Kai is now the heroes and Ralph Macchio is mean or something? I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. That's from what I got from the first part of the episode. But I've just been watching a lot of Great British Baking Show and getting lost in the eyes of Paul's, ice cold blue. Ooh, well, they missed. He's got the eyes of an ice dragon. That's what I'm trying to say.
He sure does. Yeah, a blue eyes icing dragon, if you will. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's in there.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but the version of Yu-Gi-Oh that has absolutely nothing to do with the card game is an absolute gem, and everybody should watch it. It's on YouTube for free.
Is that the one where they play on motorcycles?
That's the one where they play for people's souls and they fight serial killers often.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're all still kids. It's pretty messed up. Bubblegum and Notorious Bud slapping each other around with hammers and swords. Nothing's really coming of it. Both of these teams kind of holding each other at arm's length.
A little early dragon attempt here out of the side of Glacial Inferno.
Let's see, though. We're having some rotations, though. Galio kind of zoned off. Actually deals a good amount of damage. I do think they're going to... Let's see what they can do here. GG.
Oh, here we go.
Galio's coming in a flash away so he doesn't get knocked up. Ruffian walking forward. That is a low. Jin, I think he could have made some auto attacks there. Let's see. Nautilus is going to go down. Not sure if he's able to get the Jin. He's not, but Galio decides to go 1v4 and is going to sacrifice himself. Oh, the slow.
And the sleep.
And the sleep. Let's see. Yep. Absolutely. He's just going to take it. That was so close. I do think that Glacial did some things they didn't need to there.
Yeah, definitely. Once they secured the Drake, really should have just chosen to back out. I did like the attempt out of the Galio to catch Yone on his way back in. A really well-timed taunt, however. It wasn't just Yone walking out.
Yeah, absolutely. A teleport coming in. Galio's just going to teleport to tower here. Well, now we've got a 2k gold lead in favor of Sensei Randels. Let's see what they do with it. A lot of that is on the jungler right now. The bot lane picking up some of it. Wow. Bubblegum going low, but using that dash defense or whatever it's called really well there.
Yeah, I do not know the name of that ability either. However, one thing Bubblegum should have considered here is that he didn't build any life.
Arrow comes out. He does tag the Nautilus. They decide to go all in on him, and it looks like they're going to be able to burn this tank down. And now it's just a question of can they get both of them. The exhaust wearing off.
Slow.
Yep, they get the W. There it is, a double kill. Really, really well done. Morgana holding that Jin up on a platter for their ADC.
Yeah, Ruffian and Slothman executing super well, taking the lead they got during that little skirmish for Drake and really pushing it. It's going to be up to Baba Jam and Icarus 909 to stay safe, get what farm they can under their tower, and slowly work their way back into this one.
Absolutely. They're going to get level 6 here, but that was, like, just the hardest time. Ooh, I think Bubblegum got that.
No, it really looked like it.
Oh.
But Blue Circle, Sensei Randels able to, No Name able to secure it there. But a great attempt out of Bubblegum. Really nice to see it, has the push, looking to make plays with it.
Now, I think what Nautilus is doing right now is the right thing. I think
absolutely
staying in the 2v2 is not going to be as effective as giving that farm. I do think Jin might be up a little
Very
too
nice.
far, but this is going to lead to a kill. Spear goes a little wide. The only one actually goes back in, living. Whoa! So much longer. They are turning this on its head, and that is going to be. Oh my God!
Across the map.
That was incredible.
No fear at all.
And they made the right move. I think that was really smart, bringing up Nautilus, but that's got to be devastating. And unfortunately, Jin just too far up. I mean, it's an Ashe. Ashe can step all over any.
You take one step in the wrong direction, and that arrow is in your face.
Yeah. Wow. So this is a huge lead Let's see here. Notorious Bud actually dealing a crazy amount of damage.
Wow, bubblegum!
Bubblegum! Woo! A great...
Wow.
This is good action all over the place. So much damage coming out of Ashe. Really hard to fight her.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action. It's important to take stock of the constants here. So let's check out gold, let's check out towers. No towers, however, 6k gold lead on the side of Sensei Randels already. That is a big one. You're seeing that in the farm difference, top lane, farm and kill difference, jungle, and bot. Really extending their lead at 12 minutes here. So our favorite thing to do here, we've got a comeback story on our hands. What's the first chapter?
Absolutely. The first chapter of this Cinderella story is, I think it's going to come from the jungle. I think that we've got,
I like it.
Yeah, I think we've got to have Nidalee come back, make something happen, and like win a 2v1 or a 2v3. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to. Ooh, look at this. Poppy carried at the perfect point. That is essentially a death sentence. And Old No Name walking up and taking the kill for himself.
Well, you know Old No Name. He's always in the area. Might as well stop by and say hi.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, throws a spear that gives him a little bit of time. All right, ult is coming down. Let's see. Do they know that Slothman's around the corner? This
they
is
sure do.
something. But everyone else is here, and 2 low health targets and a 3rd down. A triple kill for Yone. A flash away, but the exhaust and the tag. Wow, and flashes for this, and this dragon is going to be up too. Oh, let's see if Bubblegum can get
no fear.
a kill here. I mean, sometimes you just gotta full send it, and I understand that.
Yeah. I fully agree there. I really like how Bubblegum is playing this. This to me is what top lane is all about. Two players just really just running it at each other, just desperately trying to slap each other to death. I really am enjoying watching these two play.
Yeah, absolutely. Overcoming this bot in mid lane is gonna be really difficult.
Yeah, the gold lead is just about 10k at 13.5 minutes here. This is a big one.
Mobron says, oof, that's a go next from me, dog. And I understand that.
Yeah, if were this a solo queue game,
absolutely.
we might be hanging out in the fountain for 2 minutes or a minute and a half. Yeah, maybe. But it's not. And I believe in these guys. You know, I think Glacial Inferno has the stuff, has the chutzpah, has the panache. You know, they've got what it takes to really stick this one out. And, you know, still no towers taken, so the map is anyone's game. It's going to be all about getting vision control, spotting the roams, keeping Yone and Ashe and Lilia and Fiora and Morgana in a place where you can control and see them.
Now,
you know,
I will say this. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And
I do love that.
Oh, another great parry. That is, there's a pretty big animation. I think you gotta fake him out with it, or stand right on top of him.
Well, because you can move, so I guess you got. I don't play Poppy. I don't know. It's a hard one.
I have
it's
2
a hard one.
level 6 tokens on Poppy.
Oh,
or sorry, level 7.
Poppy, right?
Level 7. What?
Is it old Poppy or new Poppy?
New Poppy.
Oh, it's new Poppy?
I kind of just got him on accident.
I played old Poppy. I liked old Poppy. That old was great.
Well, you played a lot of old champions and got weirdly into them, like Galio.
Yeah, I had...
Ryogi.
Ooh, great spear. Just missed. Yeah, I did get level 7 mastery on old Galio and old Swain. R.I.P. old Swain.
R.I.P. old Swain.
New Galio is obviously way better.
Oh, this is a rough sitch right here. I mean, the other thing on top of the gold lead is just that, oh, this might be a moment for Bubblegum.
He's trading really well.
He is.
Behind gold, behind items, able to get some kills when he probably shouldn't have, based on, you know, the classic Bud strategy of never stop, never stopping.
Right.
And, you know, playing it well, can be proud of this performance. Maybe you should build more lifesteal? I don't know.
Maybe.
Seems to be working for Bud.
Ooh, Old No Name has tanked 4 shots. Let's see. Jin might actually be able to do some stuff there. Oh, Bud able to take
his
down
head
Bubblegum. I know. Good Jin ult. Opportunity to take down Morgana or Lana there. I mean, they're pushing the pace so well. They're always matching the rotations, and they're never really fighting down, with the exception of the top lane, which is, I think, something that they're fine with.
Yeah, they really, they gank top early nearly every game, and then completely leave it alone for the rest of the game. And it's telegraphed. You can spot that, but then when you're confronting the hammer that is the notorious BUD, again, Bubblegum has really done an impressive job here, but I think needs to recognize that he's not going to get cheeky wins in this 1v1 anymore. Lifesteal has come through for Bud, and it's all going to be about playing the map and playing an objective-focused game, not trying to force a win in a 1v1.
So that there, ooh, Bubblegum, I like this. Let's see what he can do here. I mean, it is a pretty strong Yone. So I think there are some takeaways that are happening right here, and this is why Ashe is great.
Yeah.
The chase on this, I mean, it's a Nautilus, certainly a little underleveled, but it's still not a tank. Great Q. Oh, that was a great rotation of abilities there from Jin. I think that Glacial can take a couple of things away from this. They know that they might not be able to just win the... Okay, let's see what they can do here. Takes one tower shot. He's going to heal that back up. And yeah, I mean, here's the rest of the team.
Always has 3 men waiting around the corner, just ready for the fight.
So at least with these picks, I don't think that Glacial is just going to be able to win through the solo lanes. And hopefully that comes... Okay, so that was great. The parry's down, and the Ashe is low health. Now, Yone is all up. Let's see if Nautilus can get a hook. Oh, she's right out there, but Slothman is waiting with the spell shield on the side. It's almost certainly a trap.
Slothman's spell shields are inspiring.
Yeah, they're really good. Oh, Nautilus taking so much damage from that Fiora.
Yeah, not feeling super tanky with no item yet completed there. Definitely a rough spot to be in. Still has a hook, still has an ultimate. What's Keegan got for us?
Keegan says, pick Malphite top, build Tabi and Bramble, and you'll counter every single one of Bud's bills. That'll be $10 Glacial.
I've been saying this the whole time, Keegan. As a big Malphite fan, I'm right there with you, buddy. All you need is to rush a Bramble Vest, and then a Tabi, and then just stack cloth armors the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a learning game for Glacial, and it's going to be all about game 2. This is a best of 3.
A lot of opportunity for adaptation here.
We are playing for elimination as well.
Oh, Slothman.
So we are going to be, oh my goodness, a lot of damage there. I also don't think that you can let... Okay, let's see where Galio comes in here. No knockups. Oh, no name real deep, though. Let's see if he can get out of here. Gets the spell shield, but just
in the queue.
Look at that prancing Darius. Just wild.
Yeah. If Darius had 4 legs and was real shy.
And was a deer.
Yeah.
Oh, the flash forward. I respect the hell out of that. Good
really
job, Ryoga. That's
Yeah.
how you play League of Legends, man. Listen,
Absolutely.
do not go quietly into the night.
Yeah. Let them know you were here, you were ready to play, and you're not to be trifled with in game 2.
Oh, a good hook. Yeah, I just think like the next 5 bans for Glacial should be this entire team composition. It feels like Sensei Randels got every single thing that they're normally really good at, and I do think that maybe some of that was traded so that Glacial could get their things, but I think Glacial needs to come at this from a let's get that team comp. We're not looking to fight like all the time. We're looking to scale, because one of the other sort of cardinal personality traits of Sensei Randels is that they are down to scrap all day, all night.
Yeah, certainly a rough and tumble bunch, not afraid to get a little messy. And, we're seeing that, always looking for fights, fights, and I think they're going to make a move towards the Baron pit now, having cracked the base open, 2 inhibitors on either side, likely looking for that Baron and then to run it straight down the mid lane.
Absolutely. And let's see here what might happen. They're pushing up so many. Well, actually, they both drafted good engaged. I don't hate Glacial's composition at all. Like, I don't think they did anything wrong.
I don't. Yeah, I think they can be very happy with the draft, and it's just. I think early on they were not aware of the map movements of Sensei Randels, so better vision control early could be a huge factor. I think, and playing more to their comp strengths, you know, taking fights on their own terms. They definitely went for a lot of picks. I think the Morgana is actually a huge issue for their comp, especially in Slothman's hands.
Good point.
Seems to become the spell shield, which is going to be really difficult for Nautilus, Jhin, Galio to do anything about. So I think perhaps a Morgana ban, if not the full 5 bans you suggested. And yeah, I think Bud's Fiora is a known quantity, and definitely something. While the Poppy seemed like a good answer, you know, it didn't end up working out. So I'm curious to see how Bubblegum wants to adapt in this lane, if they're going to leave that Fiora up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I don't want to see Glacial run this back. I want to see adaptation.
Yeah.
I want to see a lot of change because, again, this is just going to be match point. Yeah, this is. I do think that. Okay, let's see here. I like that Nautilus honestly walked up and went for it, man. Why not? Let's make some stuff happen.
Yeah, try to make a play. It was essentially signed, sealed, delivered at this point, so might as well try to make something happen and, you know, go down swinging.
Absolutely. And this game 1 is going to be going right over to Sensei Randels, and they are going to go up 1 game in this best of 3 series. Stick around. Now, that's where we would throw to commercial or something, but we don't have any of those, so we're just going to keep talking.
Should we just do a couple bits, or?
Do you have something that you want to... I had a thing that I wanted to say that I'm going to save for the next game. I'm really excited about it.
All right, well, let's talk stats then, because I think it's important. You know, we you know, talked comeback story, but this really was a heavily one-sided game. Mm-hmm. And I think credit where credit is due. 25 kills in a 23-minute game for Sensei Randels, and a 20,000 gold lead
that's a lot.
within that 23 minutes. That's a big win. That's a big win. They should be proud of that. I think, you know, they came in with a plan, and they executed very well on that, and they should be very proud of that. And as we said, it's all about adaptation moving forward from Glacial Inferno. I think, you know, if we check those damage charts out, that Poppy was no joke. Fought very, very well in lane.
Absolutely.
Definitely can be happy with the early laning phase. And, yeah, looking forward to those adaptations.
You know,
chat, what's your hot takes, chat? Let me know what you think.
What my grandfather always said is he said, remember, LeChance, you can't take the gold from the last game into the next game. And I think that Glacial Inferno just has got to hold on to that old adage.
Yeah, and of course, in this case, he was referring to the old Prospectors games.
Where of course. The man had no idea that League of Legends was going to be a thing.
A different context, but definitely games nonetheless.
Absolutely. He's alive and well, living in Boca Raton, sitting on a pile of gold. Perfect. I just shot you an invite, by the way. Let me know if that went through.
It sure did. And I hit the right button this time.
Hell yeah. Saw some people talking about the Nidalee. Remember, guys, this is street ball, okay? This is, you know, if you feel like something works for you, you got to go with that strategy. And I promise you, if you look back on a couple of the other streams, Ryoga slapped people with that Nidalee. So I do understand that pick. Also, in terms of the draft, I'm not 100% sure where that was drafted. So Lilia may have been the counter pick. Oh, actually, I might still have the
Another friend.
Oh, seems like I got an audio cue. Congratulations, Race Crown 21. You're the newest investor in the LBLCS. We will see you at the board meetings. Yeah, man.
What races have you been winning, Mr. Race Crown? I'm curious.
Yeah, if you can
cars?
just let us know.
Sounds like it's cars.
Or is it foot races? Or is it pie eating races?
What about like a three-legged race? And if so, who's your partner?
Recently did a socially distanced three-legged race. Have I talked to you about this? That me and my girlfriend have been playing Marco Polo in our apartment?
You did talk to me about this, actually, and I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, it's really good. We added some additional rules. So we cleared out a portion of the apartment, and you set a 30-second timer. No Marco Polo. You don't say it out loud because it turns out you can actually hear people. And since we're not in a pool, you can move kind of fast.
Right. Yeah, the water resistance is critical to the game Marco Polo.
Absolutely. It's incredible. Guys, play with your family, your loved ones. All you need is a person who's willing to close their eyes and wander around in a room trying to capture you. Keegan Blagowski says, have you ever played You Smelt It? With your girlfriend. I forget there's like the perfect quip to that kind of thing. There's a perfect response. And all I can remember is that I've heard it before. But I just don't remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Words do exist, but I'm not gonna say them.
Sometimes that's what you gotta say is, listen, I know the perfect response does exist. I can't make that a reality for you right now.
Sure. I noticed, the analysis of Nidalee and Lilia here, that Lilia is too fast, too furious. I do agree, although I think the problem, Too Fast, Too Furious is not my favorite in the Fast and the Furious franchise. I have to say, Tokyo Drift is really an exceptional film. If anyone else has a different favorite Fast and the Furious film, feel free to link the opening credits of that in the chat for me. And, we'll play it on stream and get sued. Why not?
I do wonder what lawyers would be trolling in the sort of 20-ish views portion of stream, looking for easy pickings.
Now, Keegan, I see the rules you've posted for this game, and I've got a couple questions here. So, you put up the windows, and the first one to smell a fart gets a point. But say whoever dealt it double points, but there's only two of you. So if you can't claim a false fart, you lose. So, and you can't smell your own farts, so it's you farted, I get points, and then they fart. Or no, and then you fart and they get points, and there's no competition.
Wait, sorry, I do have to address something. Sir Kid says, if y'all do get sued, I can be y'all's low-budget lawyer. Are you a lawyer? Because if you are, we accept. If you're talking about winging it, we're actually really excited about winging it on our own. But if you can bring any amount of expertise, we fully accept. Sir Kid is not a lawyer. What?
Keegan asked how many times I've played because of my analysis of the game, and I fart a lot.
Phoenix 20 says, I can be the guy that screams you can't handle the truth.
Sick. Yeah, we'll get you right up there on the bench with us.
We would like you to be... Well, I don't know if we could... I guess we could call him as a witness. I was sort of hoping that he would be just sort of like in the audience in the background and just sort of stand up. Sir Kid said he's read a bunch of books, though.
Okay, that's compelling. Okay.
I just hope that they're in the sort of arena of law. At the very least.
Legal fiction, at least. Yeah.
Have you played... What is that? Ace Phoenix? What's the lawyer game?
I'm unfamiliar.
Well, it's a thing. Tiny Hand says, I'll get you guys the ill-fitting suits.
Yeah, did not need the apostrophe there.
Hey, it's all right. He spelled it in a way that I could write it. Or, sorry, you know what I mean. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. That's what it is. Well,
nice.
Sir Kid, you crack open Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and we'll get you up there on the bench.
Yeah, the first person to beat Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney gets to be the lawyer for a low-budget LCS.
That's true. Phoenix
I think
20.
that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Those are the qualifications we're looking for.
Yeah.
But you'll have to learn the law to break it. I'm very good at breaking it. Love
I
that.
think half of being a lawyer is confidence, and that's really, showcasing that quality for sure. So I'm on board, Sir Kid. I'll hire you for stuff. Why not?
Yeah, you've convinced us.
What could possibly go wrong?
I don't think anything. I beat Phoenix Wright at least 50 times so far, and that's the actual truth. Oh my gosh. That's
Sir Kid, the law firm of Sir Kid and Phoenix, attorneys at law.
Ruffian says low budget lawyer, and then a face.
And then a face
that has a history and a meme history.
Yeah, it's important to Twitch for sure, and we should know what it is, but we don't.
So I'm not gonna lie, I do actually kind of want to.
True. Ruffian has pointed out that the icons are on the wrong side of the map and or on the wrong side of the draft, and that's important. Classic LeChance oopsie.
I just realized that I'm gonna have to fix a lot of stuff really quickly.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Here's the thing, though. I do kind of want to look at this draft because I am kind of interested to see how Glacial changes.
What, you want to talk about the draft during the draft?
Surprisingly, I actually do.
Let's do it. Why not?
Why not? Let's be
really throw him a curveball and actually
be bad.
do it. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
All right. First band phase finished up here. We've got Yasuo, Samira, Lilia banned by the side of Glacial, Inferno Academy. I like that.
So no Yone ban, though. It's a
no
Yasuo instead of a Yone, and maybe there are some stats that we're not aware of. The Samira, I kind of get, and they first picked the Morgana. Okay, so they've gotten two things out of the way from the last composition.
Definitely some solid adaptation there. I really do like taking the Morgana from Slothman. That's definitely good. The Lilia's early game power was definitely showcased by Old No Name in that last game, so a good ban as well. Samira, honestly, seen it once in a game, and she was running it down, but I know it's a very strong pick, so happy to see that ban come out, especially if they know that, somebody on Sensei Randels is quite good at the champ.
Oh, real quick, what's up, 1+1? Nice to see you around again.
Oh, that's like a seductive little wave, though.
I really like that. Also, Phoenix, thank
what
you
doing tonight?
for not being mean, because we're not about that here. The Lux, a simple, the vanilla ice cream of League of Legends. So simple, but so
certainly.
sweet.
I love that.
And
the vanilla ice
sometimes
cream
it just hits the spot.
Yeah, I have spent many years playing Lux, and certainly agree with that analysis, and I do like it. Curious to see if it's going to go mid or support here. I think it's played support more often than not now. I don't love it into Morgana, but yeah, definitely curious here. I don't think it would be particularly strong into... oh, wait, no, that's the side where the Yone would be picked. Never mind.
And there you have it, folks.
Great lane. Jin coming through again for the ADC of Glacial Inferno, whose name I definitely know. And, yep, the Lux skin of choice here is going to be super important. I think there's a few correct answers, but curious to see what comes through. A great point there, Tiny Hand.
Ruffian says, my friend was a Trynd main and bound his Mastery Flash to R.
That is a Tryndamere main move.
That's incredible.
That's how you know they're a real Tryndamere main.
They got the Fiora again.
Yes, they did, which definitely Bud is going to be happy about. Really strong performance on the
pick.
So
what do you pick into it?
Takes into it.
Not that that's like the whole thing, right? Like that's not why they won the last game, but it's just this hyper scaling thing alongside this Tristana.
What about like a Lulu top?
Okay, the Yone band. I've played Lulu top before.
Into Fiora?
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah. Back when on hit Lulu was a little bit more around.
Yeah. Well, I know solo lane Lulu has been popping up again around Worlds time. It always kind of does.
People are like, how do I handle things?
Yeah, I don't much want to play League of Legends today. I'm gonna pick Lulu in a solo lane. Um,
I like the Nocturne
yeah,
ban. I really like that Nocturne ban. Ult No Name
yeah,
is annoying as hell.
yeah. I definitely agree there. I think that's a good ban. The Yone ban coming through. I'm very happy. So Yasuo and Yone both banned out. Knowing that his name is the Yone one, I have to assume he also plays Yasuo. Um, Yeah, this is a great phase 2 of bans. I definitely can see the Cassiopeia being a huge problem for Sensei Randels comp, so that's a great ban. And Hecarim top is what that ban was because Graves was already picked, so that's a choice. The Maokai coming through. Did they swap players? They swap players in between games sometimes, and old No Name changes positions a lot. So, but he plays the Maokai jungle, I know. Is that what that is? That must be the Maokai jungle.
I think it is because I remember him
Yeah.
saying something around like Maokai Jungle's amazing and here's why when we were playing once.
Yeah.
Um,
I tend to agree. I like Maokai as much as the next top lane tank only player. And oh, there it is. They listened. It happened. Keegan, let's get some rocks in the chat for this Malphite. Stoked to see it. I think it's great into this Fiora. I also would have accepted Set if they wanted to just try to punch faster than the Fiora. So, but yeah, happy to see this Malphite. Hopefully they build items in the right order.
ooh.
And yeah, definitely curious to see how this one plays out. And the Galio comes through as the last pick, so it is a Lux support. Yeah, great comps on both sides.
I think Glacial did a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. I really like their picks here. Taking the Morgana from Slothman is definitely big.
And no,
Lux very
I get
similar
there.
in the pattern, so
That that not picking Ashe, I understand because they got the Morgana. And I mean, Jin Morgana is fantastic.
Oh, it's filthy, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I think it's good into Lux Tristana, I think, as well. So I think Glacial is going to be quite happy with the state of their bot lane here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and now let's watch those picks again.
Yeah, let's watch everything we just saw, but a little quicker. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna come back down to solo lanes, rotations. I will say that Sensei Randels was doing an amazing job with rotations, and now they have a Galio.
Yeah, curious to see. I don't know that I've ever watched the Yone one play a game where they were not playing Yone or Yasuo. So, very curious to see how they do on a very different champion.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. I think Glacial's in a much better position than they were in last game. How do you feel?
Yeah,
about
I agree.
that?
I definitely agree. So from the top down, I really, Keegan and I were talking, and we love this Malphite pick here. Definitely like the Malphite into the Fiora. The problem is if the Malphite makes mistakes early, the Fiora can still run away with the lane. So it's all going to be about the delicate balance until those armor items come through and the grievous wounds come through to counter this Bud style of top lane. In the jungle, we know Graves gonna clear pretty quick. Definitely gonna outpace the Maokai, but where Graves provides basically exclusively damage, Maokai is going to provide a lot of utility and a lot of tankiness for the team. So while Graves I think is a stronger jungler pick overall, what the Maokai brings to the table is not to be discounted. In the mid lane, Syndra into Galio, I give the edge to the Syndra there. The laning phase, while Galio has early wave clear that can be really strong and open up the map, Syndra going to have much higher poke potential, much higher lane control as we get into, between the 5 and 10 minute mark where those rotations are going to come into play. So definitely give the edge to the Syndra in that lane. We've got a great skin discussion coming through right now. Very curious to see. I'm going to bet Mecha Malphite as well, hoping the Chromas. I play the Herbie fully loaded Malphite. That is my favorite, and would love to see that. Shamrock Malph would be a hilarious prank as
That would
well.
be amazing.
Yep, one of the worst skins of all time. Love to see it. And, yep, looking in the bot lane, Jin Morgana into Tristana Lux. As I said, I think Jin Morgana is going to have a lot more potential early on. Phoenix saying gank potential mid lane in favor of Galio Maokai. I have to agree, that's a lot of CC, and certainly plenty of damage, and a lot of tankiness as well, so can survive the burst of the Grave Syndra, and trade on back. So I do like the 2v2 in favor of Sensei Randels for sure, but it all comes down to where the Maokai and Graves are implementing their pressure. And yeah, again, bot lane I think goes to the side of Glacial. So definitely a lot of potential on both sides. I think we're looking for Bubblegum to play a rock solid weak side here. I said it.
Well done. Well done. I agree. And I don't even think that Fiora is in like that bad of a spot, right? Like that repost has there are so many things in this game that need to be reposted.
Yeah, so the Malphite I don't think of as a Fiora counter, but Malphite, the items I think are very strong against Bud. So it's sort of a weird. Bubblegum is gonna have to play very well because you gotta bait the riposte in order to land the ultimate, and not gonna have much CC help from the Graves to bait that out. So it's definitely a knife's edge you're walking up there. So yeah, not a one-sided Fiora's been hard countered, but a lot of potential to absorb the damage and the pressure from that Fiora and neutralize the top lane, I'd say.
I think that's pretty on the nose. I think that minions are going to be super annoying for Sensei Randall's bot side. And let me tell you why. It's because Jin Morgana has a way to land CC that completely ignores the minions. And Tristana Lux does not. Then you have to take into the fact that Tristana is already going to have less range for a little while, and that you're going to have a spell shield from Morgana too. I think that at least in the beginning, all things like said and done, I gotta give it to this Morgana Jhin. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think there's Keegan. Malphite GG, baby. But yeah, I agree. I think the Jhin Morgana definitely has the advantage early, and can really be quite oppressive down there. That long range and the CC isn't really difficult for Lux Tristana, both extremely squishy. So yeah, definitely going to give that. I think the junglers really are going to have a huge role to play in this game. I've not seen Ryoga's Graves, but it's in the same sort of pantheon as Nidalee, in sort of fast farming, high damage, early impact junglers. So definitely looking to see what lanes they decide to influence early, and whether they're both showing up with the same lanes for 2v2s, or if it's sort of split either side, and how those leads transition. Is Maokai jungle good?
Well, if you ask old No Name, he's gonna say yes.
It's a very interesting question. So Maokai jungle, I would say yes. It's good. It's not great, but it's good. And it's not great because to go through walls, you need to have something to target. And that tends to be the mark of a great jungler, is the ability to navigate the jungle very quickly, and being able to skip walls are great. Early ganks are awesome. Early camp clear is awesome. The sapperlings do a lot of damage to jungle camps. So, and you can stack them on your first camp and take your first camp really quickly. So the early clear is really good, and then you're a big CC tank. So yeah, it's good. and especially if you're extremely comfortable and competent on it, as old No Name is. So yeah, definitely a pick to watch. I whip it out now and then, and it's a lot of fun to play. Now here's a controversial opinion. Let's talk skin meta here.
Yeah,
Sorceress,
I was just gonna bring that up. I don't think anybody called the Dark Malphite Prestige Edition skin.
Yeah, nobody called Darkstar Malphite Prestige Edition. That's a flex if I've seen one. I do love it. That's great. It's actually, I don't have it, so I'm jealous of how fancy he is.
Can't wait to see what it looks like in game here, which is exactly what we're getting into.
It looks like if a black hole had a face.
Huh.
And was also white and gold.
Huh.
You can imagine that.
I won't have to in just a second.
That's true.
Provided they load in, they do. Oh, it looks very cool. We're gonna take over Spectator real quick and just get on in there. Well, he's facing the wrong way. It's pretty upsetting. Where did he go? Anyone else see him teleport like that? All right, let's chase him, guys. Hold on. Come here. Come here.
Yep.
Come here.
While we chase the Malphite, we do have a 5-stack coming out of the side of Sensei Randels
You
down
trying to say
in
that's
the
more
bottom
important?
lane.
4,
No.
3,
I would never say
2,
that.
1, and direct to camera brings us right to what we were talking about. Great sapperling. Is he gonna get slowed? If he gets slowed, oh, let's see what happens here. He's gonna run to tower because that's the smart thing to do. A cheeky sapperling is thrown after him, and nothing else is gonna happen. Phoenix says I prefer any skin that comes close to looking like a Gundam, and I get that.
Yeah, I think the FPX Malphite skin is pretty Gundam-like for sure. It's a nice Malphite skin for sure. But yeah, Mecha Malphite is the place to be, and you got all sorts of chromas you can choose from, so you can be whatever color Gundam you want to be. Here we see that sapperling stack I was talking about. You got plenty of time to throw a couple early for poke, and then start stacking them in your bush for a quick blue buff take.
Now this first bit is probably going to be pretty simple. I don't know. I mean, Graves can do something pretty interesting. I mean, who knows? Once again, like we were saying, this is street ball. It's not about what works. It's about what works for you.
Absolutely, yeah. I do agree, not a ton of kill potential on either side as Graves.
Ooh, except Ryoga says, what up? I'm actually going to walk right in your jungle. Yeah, that's right. Old Granddad was absolutely right. Gold from the last game doesn't come into this game, and Ryoga knows that to be true. Really good invade there.
Yeah, and coming back for more here, really hyper aggressive. So this is, I would argue, a weakness of Malphite jungle or Maokai jungle. Complete inability to duel the opposing jungler early on.
Guys, completely different Glacial team right now. They're winning. You know, that pulled Lux up. Tristana took some damage there. They're doing a great job of being aggressive. We're only 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this game, and we'll see how the rest of it plays.
Gonna win.
But Glacial's gonna win. We called it right here. That Q, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and this is where laning on Malphite becomes really fun when you have 0 mana and no access to your spells.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. That's the sweet spot on top lane Malphite. Yeah, that's the mana bar I'm used to seeing. That's what you're looking for.
Well, it's
now it's all about the play around your corrupting potion and your total biscuits.
Yeah, I mean, these teams a great follow-up Q. So much damage coming out there. Honestly, I think Jin should have stuck around. Maybe gotten one more auto off there. Regardless, that's what we're talking about. That's this early game. This Morgana, so punishing because the Jin can follow up from, you know, more than a screen away.
Absolutely, yeah, and as we sort of anticipated, the Jin Morgana landing is very, very strong into Tristana Lux early. It's going to be up to Ruffian and Slothman to withstand the onslaught, if you will.
Absolutely, and this is what I was talking about before with the last game that I saw Ryoga play. First game, a little bit sluggish, but game 2, I mean, he's being active as hell. Oh, and flash away. Let's see. Low health bars. Caster Curse. First blood goes over to Old No Name, coming in for revenge. That big lumbering tree. I do think that Ryoga was doing the right thing there, but I get it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the exact path, but Ryoga came in from behind the Galio, and then the Maokai came in from behind him. So it's definitely sort of a follow the leader situation there that ended up going in favor of Old No Name on this Maokai jungle pick. Now, not the worst place to have First Blood go. You know, all it's going to mean is he's a little tankier a little earlier, but you're going to have to be able to fight your way through that if you're going to win this game anyway.
No, very true. Bubblegum doing their darndest to CS there. Got a good couple few. Once again, it's a Malphite with basically no mana under tower. And they are just going to take this drag.
Yeah, really, really early Drake from Sensei Randels here. Riding high off that last victory, looking to keep their 5 feet on the 5 gas-pedaled car. That is their composition.
A lot of people in chat saying that's a grave situation.
Nice.
You're all horrible, but we love you.
Yeah, that's a fine pun.
That was really good.
Yeah, if you have any more puns you want to post in the chat that we can take credit for,
we're actually ecstatic about it.
Yeah.
Bud getting level 6 here. Bubblegum just can't praise the guy enough for just like chilling out. He's not getting drawn out there.
This is interesting. Double fairy charm early on Bubblegum here, recognizing the mana was going to be an issue. That's an interesting move. My only problem is that's not armor.
That's not armor. Not armor yet. The CS diff top is it's a bit. It is a bit for sure.
Gonna get bigger for a little while. Tends to be how this lane can go. I think one of the main things I've learned about Malphite over the years is that while you want to queue them on cooldown, it's not always optimal because you can run out of that mana and find yourself falling behind pretty quickly. So curious to see how Bubblegum continues to play this lane. Definitely excited to see the Rock Monster up there, though.
I think Glacial's got to start getting some pretty crazy advantages through their bot lane. I mean, they've got the CS difference right now, which is hugely good for them, right? Like, this is, let's see here. A nice scatter of the week from Sensei there. That was really well done.
Yeah, trade definitely could have been more one-sided, so very, very good by Darth Laser.
Let's see this. Walking up, does not land the CC. Ooh, Ruffian jumping in, recognizing that he's got an opportunity to pop that bomb there. Good jump in, good jump out. Well done.
Yeah, I am not good at Tristana, and therefore forgot that you do not need to kill a person to get the reset. You just need the full stack on the bomb. So well played by Ruffian, knowing the limits of their champion. Went for an aggressive play, which I love to see, especially when they're behind, but looks like they ended up losing the trade and are going to continue to have a tough time catching up in CS as the wave moves towards Baba Jam, and we've got a Graves in the bot lane.
So, let's see what they can do here. Ruffian jumping in. Yikes. Let's see. One more auto attack. Jumps out and flashes. Teleport coming through right here. This is Galio. Oh, very cheeky sapling. Oh, no name. Oh, no name. Here he is. Great W right there. Trying to 1v2. Forces a flash under tower. Jin is there. Graves is walking down as well. Syndra's full health, full mana, maybe walking forwards. Great job right there. Limiting the directions that he could go. Oh, but Baba Jam,
yeah,
he
Baba
gets
Jam
it.
Gets some damage down. The only one extends just a little too much there. I would have done it.
Yeah.
I would have gone right under the tower.
Absolutely. Yeah, we would have blown that dive maybe. He's so low. Get him.
Likely.
Yeah. If they can tag something, okay, no, Tristan is here as well. Wow.
Nice by Bubblegum to bait out the ult there and get safely home. I'm curious if Bud was doing that sort of to de-escalate the situation themselves, or if they really wanted to go in on that. Has one lifesteal item, probably feeling relatively confident with that amount of lifesteal. So we'll see how this lane continues.
Yeah, so last game, we saw a similar discrepancy in the bot lane, but from the side of Sensei Randels. And the difference is that they turned that into a bunch of kills. Sensei Randels is stepping back. Well, no, I mean, they're diving in as well. They're just getting away is the real problem. And they've got a Tristana, they've got a Lux. They're gonna have a disgusting amount of damage.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Jhin and Morgana have got to execute on the CS lead they've got. They were able to secure that one trade kill back, and that is very big. We do have item advantage in favor of the Jhin right now, so it's going to be up to Icarus to do their best Slopman cosplay and land these Qs.
Absolutely. It is Icarus, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you were doing a bit. You just didn't know how to pronounce it? Oh.
How many times do we have to go over this? Words look like they're just they're simply buildings. I might as well be looking at a skyline. That was a lot of damage from the Galio right there.
Yeah, Galio's pretty with this revolver. Certainly happy to take some big trades and get into this Syndra. Not as one-sided a lane as I thought. Darth Laser having just a little bit of a tricky time in the impressive wave clear of this Galio. Happy to see Galio in a strong position, let me just say. I do love the champ.
They also got this dragon. They snuck this dragon. They're down gold, but they're playing much better than game one. This is for all of the marbles. Glacial loses this. They are out of the tournament right here. And Sensei Randels looking to move on to the next round. So this is where the stakes lie. And there it is. Malphite ultimate in. Absolutely brilliant. The slow. Oh my goodness. Comet is not enough. But really well done. Trades an ultimate for a very important summoner spell.
Yeah, really well played by Bubblegum there. Looking for them to bounce the wave off the tower here, hopefully get off a nice safe back, and build that Bramble Vest.
Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Great job. Oh! Jhin used the auto on the minion instead of the Tristana. That wouldn't have killed Trist, but it would have put them into a really dangerous situation where you can open up with ult. And even if they jump, they're still going to be in your range. You think if I knew his name was Icarus, I wouldn't have been talking about Greek mythology? And
yeah, flying too close to the sun when he misplays. Yeah, yes. No, you're right. You're right. You would have said it. I should have. Yeah. All right. A classic, the chance oopsie. I didn't recognize.
A classic. There has to be something.
Ooh!
Wow.
Ruffian.
Guys, that is why
Where'd you buy those tap dancing shoes, Mr. Fancy Feet?
Absolutely. The man has clearly been doing tire drills in his backyard. Great scat of the week. Let's see here. Saproling goes out, and
I like that little Saproling guy. That's a cute one.
Yeah, very adorable.
Twisty.
Just wants to give you a hug, and looks like old no name. Okay, smokescreen goes out a little bit short. Oh, but let's see if this is a trap. It has turned sideways. Oh, wait, did he get that?
I don't know.
He did. I think he did.
I don't.
Maybe he didn't. Someone tell us what's going on
I don't know.
Bubblegum, I don't think
he did. Syndra picked it up. Syndra picked it up.
Away. Syndra picked it up. That, depending on how they use it, that was really good, Ryoga. That was really good.
Yeah, they did lose their top laner and jungler and pressure mid, but
they should have.
It could turn into something great.
Malphite should have walked away for certain.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't have gotten the Rift Herald, but I do think that, I mean, you would have denied it. And that's important. So now, I mean, now they've got this tool. They've got to use it well. And here we go. Malphite teleporting into the situation.
Yeah.
That's a top lane move, and I love it.
Yeah. Now, see what I would have done there is ulted immediately hoping to catch him by surprise as soon as the teleport finished, because you can clear the minions with your ult as well as get the knockup, and then you've got a tower doing some damage.
And now we've got
under tower with no health.
Oh my god, Malphite, Maokai fighting against each other, and that is Oh, he flashed the ultimate! Incredible! Oh my god, Bubblegum got bamboozled. If he landed that ult, absolutely, Maokai's dead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no question.
Tree won't die.
Really well played by Ol No Name, showcasing the strength of his signature. I think we could say signature Maokai jungle.
Signature Maokai jungle for sure.
Exceptional play.
That was my goodness.
I don't think anybody else plays it, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so interesting game state we have here. Sensei Randels up once again, about 4K at 15 minutes, nowhere near the size lead they had last game.
Right.
So the pace is definitely a little slower. Most of their lead can be found on the top side of the map here. So as we keep saying, it's going to be up to be Baba Jam and Icarus 909 to get this bot lane rolling, take this tower, and transition their lead to other lanes, open up the map a little bit, get some objective control. I do feel for them, not a lot of help from Ryoga down in the bot lane, since
Bigfoot Wow cheers and says Wolf's played Mao jungle 3 games in a row this afternoon, and I actually should have corrected you on that because I knew that.
No longer Ol No Name's signature pick. We're gonna take back his plaque that suggests he is the only one playing it.
Look at this though. Maokai ultimate coming in, 2 great flashes, a flash forward from Ruffian. Oh my god, that is some Tristana damage right there.
That was a big pop. That was a really big pop.
That was huge. And this is what we were talking about, that Glacial wasn't able to capitalize on that league. I just feel like they had all the tools. They just needed to do a little bit more with it. Now we're seeing another dragon maybe being turned over, but Ryoga's, oh my god, almost the kill. That was so close. Syndra unable to capitalize right there, and Ruffian just a freaking monster.
Ooh, Slothman.
Oh,
Slothman. Just a tip. Love it.
Stealing the kill right there. Oh my gosh. Just wild. And really close. Did you see that Galio ultimate from
the only one? Yeah.
It was he was like right there?
Yeah, I don't know why it happened, but it did. Oh, it's been pinged in the chat. Clearly a mistake, pinged by his own team.
Love it. Really, really love that. Yeah, this is a best of 3.
It's a good thing it's a relatively short cooldown ability.
Yeah. And here we go. This is the Rift Herald. Had to be spawned in base.
Yep.
Surely not the effectiveness that they were looking for with it.
Well, so what I think of what a base Rift Herald does is instills fear in the heart of your enemies. You know, they're not quite sure why it happened or where it's going, but they heard the sound and they're thinking about it. And that's, you know, there's something to be said for that.
I'm not even kidding. It does, like, you do have to deal with it. Like, it does draw someone. It's not that there's no value. I mean, it's gonna get a charge off.
Yeah, that one's looked like they had played it well because they had the push with it and everything. So they execute well on a poorly timed Rift Herald for sure. Able to take a big chunk out of that mid tower. And, you know, I'm a big fan of taking that mid tower early on. I would love to see them get the Jhin up towards that mid lane with a little bit of help from Ryoga and really open up the tower in the map.
Yeah. They have been so close to getting kills in so many different situations. We saw it in top lane. We saw it in bot lane. We saw Syndra getting less than 100 health away from getting a kill. Some of it's just been, you know, like bad luck before timing. Let's see, is Icarus caught here? I think so. Ruffian jumps in, but a really, really good stopwatch right there. The bomb is still gonna kill him, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, great stopwatch and ult play out of Icarus there. Definitely giving it their best shot in a doom situation. Love to see it.
Yeah, and I think one of the signs that's really rough is that this Maokai has caught up in farm and has surpassed.
Yeah, the Maokai has got a big lead, and
The
you can
flash
see
over,
that
let's see.
in the
Oh,
fearlessness here.
Ryoga jumping away, but Ruffian just... Great stopwatch. Shield comes down, and look at this. This is a nice turn of events. The support in the ADC tanking for the Maokai.
Or the Maokai. Look at that. Feels good as a tank member when your team returns the favor there. Old no name showcasing the strength of this pick for sure. And, you know, Maokai Jungle coming to a Worlds semifinal near you.
Absolutely. The only one walking in, getting a taunt here. Someone pass me a condiment because we've got a food fight. And they back off.
Let's break that down a little bit. Where is the food?
What?
What?
You didn't like that?
Yeah.
Someone passed me a condiment because we've got a food fight?
No, I didn't hate it. I remember a great condiment fight of my youth, in fact, where I once chased a man around my home 50 times with a full bottle of ketchup.
Wow. You know, I had another idea bouncing around.
That's a true story.
Whoa, great binding there, and the great ultimate onto it. Oof, they're trying to commit to this, but Bubblegum unfortunately can't take the Galio, and the Fiora, great binding.
Look at that lifesteal.
Huge binding though. Oh, yeah, that lifesteal's insane, man. It's just nuts. Malphite's just not far enough down into this build, and they've got the catch onto this Syndra. That is rough. I do like the Syndra ult though. You might as well throw it out if you're going down. And this is, I mean, this is a very big lead. Let's see right here. I mean, now Sensei Randels has the tools that they need.
They thrive in this situation. A nice lead for themselves and enough damage and CC to get really scrappy. A well-built comp for their team and definitely great execution as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about, you know, they obviously need to turn over one of these team fights. That's a great binding right there.
There they go.
Oh, No Name has flash. He does flash away, but then does go right back in. This is, oh, there's a shutdown. Okay, Ryoga gets a kill right there. That one's been long overdue. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's a big shutdown for the Graves. Hopefully gonna push him over the edge into a completed item. Looks like just one more component, but should be getting that item pretty soon.
Galio walking back in there. Just doing so much. I mean, this Galio, Sloth, man.
Oh,
trying to hit a three-pointer.
Bud taking towers.
And yeah, Bud just split pushing on his own on the side here. Oh my god, drops the ult, unable to get that last kill. Great job, and a shutdown onto the Syndra. Now they're starting to pick up some of these kills that were kind of long overdue.
Yep, they've kept the gold lead just under 10k at 22 minutes here, so that is not insurmountable. It's certainly an uphill battle, and as we've got this next Drake coming up, I expect to see Glacial concede it, even though it would put Sensei Randels onto Soul Point.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth the game.
Maybe a cheeky steal.
Maybe a cheeky steal. I mean, right?
Jin's got to get out of there, though.
Did it before. Ooh,
yeah,
use that.
He's got the smite skills.
He absolutely does.
Yeah, great Maokai
really good.
Zone.
I mean, let's see. Does he have ult? No, they get it.
Yeah.
A good over-the-wall damage, actually. Surprisingly good over-the-wall damage.
Yeah, really well done by Glacial Inferno there. Just barely unable to get it done there.
Sorry, 1 second. Bigfoot Wow says, I want to be notorious BUD when I grow up. And then he cheered again and he said, read my cheers, wench. Oh, I've always wanted to be called a wench.
Yeah, that is nice, right?
It is.
I kind of like that.
Listen, man, call me a wench, call me a strumpet. I'm around here to cast tonight. Let's see what they can do. I mean, hey, this is maybe a pick.
This is a good pick.
This is a big tanky boy, and
he does not have flash.
He doesn't have flash. It's so much to take him down.
Yeah.
He's so much, and the follow-up damage. They do get him, which is something.
A bit far.
Darth Laser gets it. Well done, but Slothman landing some follow-up CC there.
I don't think I've seen Slothman miss a Q on either champion he's played today.
He did in the
really
beginning,
exceptional
but you know what?
Yeah, alright, it was a bit of hyperbole, sure, but he's very good at long-range Qs.
I completely agree. The man hits a skill shot like a guy who knows how to play the champs he plays.
Oh, okay. Oh, I said it and then he missed.
Yep,
he
right
missed all
there,
his
right
skills.
in front of you.
No, he's dead
Whoa,
now. I'm sorry, Sloth Man.
So great job there. Great job from Darth Laser. He does get the kill. A wonderful parry from the Fiora. This is kind of a weird thing to say in what seems like sort of the Twilight part of this game, but it feels like Glacial Inferno is actually starting to get some rhythm here. And look at that. Like, that was really good. They've fought a couple times in a row now, and I don't know if they're going to be able to kill Bud just because there's always a chance, but they do. They
There's
get
always
him.
a chance he has way too much lifesteal, but they do pull it off there.
In the last 4 minutes, Sensei Randels has forked over thousands of gold, at least 2 shutdowns and 7 kills. Like,
yeah, big shutdowns for sure.
They're still so far behind, but that is a lot. That is a lot. And like Master Chief 3601 says, don't call it a comeback. You know, there's... Oh, and maybe that tower? Oh, sorry, Riggy. I think he went too far. Can't get away from that. Don't even think...
There it is.
Yeah, that's... Oh.
Yeah, I think you're right. Glacial's definitely found a rhythm, grouping up, getting scrappy, playing to the pace of the game that's being set by Sensei Randels, and finding some success there. So I'd like to see them continue to group up, continue to be scrappy, look for these fights, and you know, get fights on their own terms where they can get a numbers advantage and secure some stuff.
This is the problem, though.
Yeah, the Baron is really going to be a big issue.
It's going to be
It's a little late to be finding this rhythm, so very curious to see what they can do.
Absolutely, because the victories they were getting were ones that were being given to them by Sensei Randels. They have yet to, in a very definitive way, just like flip the table on Sensei Randels.
That's true, yeah. Capitalized well on the mistakes Sensei Randels made, and now it's going to be about finding things and making proactive plays themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of gold on the table for the blue side. Well said, Phoenix. And, I mean, if they can get it, you know, they've got minions streaming into their base, which is free gold. Let's see, a great Q. Icarus has been actually monster with these Qs. Well, No Name is so freaking tanky. They're gonna try and 2v1 Fiora, but I think that Fiora can do this. Let's see.
Yeah,
surviving through the ult
in the prime of his life here. Yeah.
And another, I mean, Icarus is
Here he
doing a
goes.
good job. Yeah, I mean, this is good job fighting
Oh.
under tower. Oh!
Overextends.
Oh my God. Baba Jam, give that man a race. You gotta finish it off. They finished it off. Okay, but Sloth Man. Oh, you can't even call him a support.
Yeah, he is fully in carry mode here. The Ludens.
But they
NLR
just
finish.
got the split pusher and the essentially the assassin ADC. They took Baron away from them.
That is true. That is a big deal.
And
both champions you would want to put in a side lane with fast tower taking ability out of the picture with Baron.
Listen, Baron's probably going to get them this soul, but it did not crack the base.
Oof.
And
Now
unfortunately,
this soul is scary stuff on a Maokai.
it's scary,
He's
but
quite tanky.
I don't think they should walk up because of exactly this situation.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Oh,
Can't walk
Baba
into
Jam.
Luxgalio. Goodbye.
Yeah. That was. I mean, if they can get this. Oh, Galio's just
Sloth
going
Man.
in. Oh my goodness. Just.
Yeah. That
I don't think it was worth it. I don't think it was worth it. I really liked the comeback that they were.
By Glacial.
Damn, I am actually bummed about that. Glacial was in the midst of a really exciting comeback. And I just think this, like, all these towers and inhibitors are going to go down. Dang, they were doing it. They were doing it.
We got death timers still up. This is certainly...
Oh, my heart.
Here's I'd have to say. Yeah.
I don't usually let emotions overwhelm me like this. But I have feelings too, guys, all right? We aren't just casting robots that was formed in a casting lab designed to give you incredibly mediocre, not mediocre content, but like all over the place for sure.
We can vamp about nonsense like nobody else.
Like nobody's business. If only there was a market for it. We might have to create it, but
we did. We made this whole thing. What are you talking
true.
about?
That's also true. Gosh dang it. Sorry that I swore.
Yeah, that was a little vulgar, bud. We like to keep it rated G here.
This is a family program.
Yeah.
God. You know what I was thinking about earlier today?
What was that?
Just like old farming communities in Ohio. The first black and white television made its way out there, and the first hardworking family to sit down and enjoy a television program. Here we go, Slothman almost flipping the table on them, but a great kill. And Glacial is still alive. They've lost 2 inhibitors. But
I'd like to circle back to the farming family on the black and white television.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Was there any, you were just thinking about the first farming family in Ohio to have a television?
Been watching this real sad show about this chess master. I don't know. It's been affecting me.
This is really a wildly varied story here. I really have enjoyed that little non sequitur. That was quality stuff. Big Elliot taunt and the backpack close behind.
Let's see. Darth Laser's got to make it out of here. Old No Name takes the root train all the way to the Syndra.
Yeah, this 12k gold lead, up 14 kills. It's not game 1, but it's definitely a big lead.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at what's happening to Old No Name right now. The damage that's being dealt to him is...
Oh, you mean nothing?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. The man is a giant tree. Oh, you gotta throw down the ult. I really, really have to say hats off to Glacial right here. Let's see. I mean, just a final huge fight here on the steps of the base. Sensei Randels doing a victory lap before they move on to the next. Oh, look at that damage.
Yeah.
And there it is, a 2-0 on the day. Sensei Randels takes it and moves up in the tournament.
Yeah. That's a great series out of Sensei Randels. Definitely can be proud of how those games went. And, an admirable effort and a great season out of Glacial Inferno Academy. Wow. God, Bubblegum had an incredible series. Cannot give the man enough props for his play on Poppy and Maokai. Really, really fun games to watch. And again, great season out of Glacial Inferno Academy. Hope to see them back for the next split. Well played, boys. Very good stuff.
I'm just shooting out a quick thing about the about an interview, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
On the quick side, but we'll see. Gotta give these teams their due here. Now that we're out of those games, can we just say that the stream hasn't crashed in weeks? How huge is that?
Yeah, definitely better to say that after everything. Good call. But we have not crashed loading into a game in a while, so that's good. We do have Phoenix asking in the chat, are there any other games today? And I think the answer is no. But I don't know.
Almost certain. Let me double check. We've definitely got games tomorrow.
2 teams definitely playing.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow. Let me get, okay. We've definitely got games on Sunday, which is tomorrow. And
all right, it looks like Old No Name is sending Ruffian in for an interview. It just needs 2 minutes.
Fantastic. I will say this, though. This is the Economy League, and if you guys enjoyed these games, this is the semifinals. The finals is next Saturday, October 31st at 2 p.m. EST. is the time that shit is going down. Let's bring up and actually Bigfoot Wow, if you're still in the chat, tell us who won the other game because Sensei Randels is playing against them. Let's see here. Ruffian. Okay, let's bring Ruffian on up. Ruffian, welcome to the consulate. Just to let you know, your mic is muted. Congratulations on the win. Do you have anything to say? He is, of course, still muted. So just sort of leading with that. He said, can you pull my microphone in? Liam's microphone. All right, this is going to be interesting.
So the mic is on a different account than the headset is what we've been informed. So
That's
we're going to need to bring 2 people into the chat.
Yeah, if you can join community, can you join with your microphone?
Whatever the microphone is, have them join.
Oh, let me give it a roll. Privileges. Yep, all right. Your mic is now part of Sensei Randels. Just gave it permissions. Okay, let me pull
it's in community, drag it on up.
Now, if
this is the real roundabout way to do it.
The most interesting way that we've ever conducted an interview, tell us, how did you come to have 2 different Discord accounts for your mic and yourself? How is this gonna work?
I don't know.
We still can't hear you.
All right, Liam's microphone has just quit the Discord.
I did give his mic permissions. I made his mic part of...
It's back in community if you want to try to pull it back up.
Let's see. How's it going?
Can you hear me now?
Oh my god!
Okay, alright.
So...
You've got to explain yourself. How did this come to be?
I just moved into my dorm. I'm a freshman in college.
Oh, congrats.
When I first moved in, thank you. Yeah, when I first moved in, I didn't bring my computer. I just brought a laptop.
Sure.
And it doesn't have a microphone port. So I left my headset mic at home because I didn't need it. But now I have my computer, so I've just been using Discord on my phone as my microphone, and I just mute it on my computer.
Oh.
But it's pretty glitchy. Sometimes it needs to join channels like 4 or 5 times to get the mic working, which is why I left. Sorry about that.
No worries. That's fantastic and incredibly unique.
Let me ask. You got a roommate?
I was in a room with 4 people, and the college I'm at offered a full refund if you left before September 13th because of COVID. I stayed. Sure. 2 of my roommates left, so I'm in a room on my own.
Dope.
Oh, very nice. I was gonna ask if we could get your roommate in the chat as well, but that's all right.
I have a D&D party in the other room.
Are they really?
Okay.
D&D 5e?
Right now. I have no idea. There's 8 of them. That's all I know.
Almost certainly D&D 5e.
That's a big party. Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge party. Tell them to tip their DM. That sounds like a nightmare.
I DM for 7 people. Let me tell you, it sucks.
It's so many people. Combat takes like 90 minutes for a round.
Hell of a series.
Hell of a series, man.
Oh, I've got a stupid question, but you're supposed to ask real questions.
I'm supposed to ask real questions. We do actually have a format here. I've also got a stupid questions thing. So you might get more stupid questions than real questions. But let me just say this. Talk to us about the bot lane, because game 2, they had an advantage on you guys, but you essentially just didn't let them capitalize on it. Was that a very conscious thing? Or were you guys saying, okay, they've got us right now, but we know that we scale. We're on Tristana and Lux. We're both going to be dishing out loads of damage later on. We just need to get through this point. Or were you just like, let's go. 3 sheets to the wind. Let's fight as much as we can.
So the entire season, we've been kind of just riding on the fact that nobody ever bans Morgan for some reason.
Sure.
But they finally picked it, and that was a little bit worrying because that's like our pocket support, like free win bot lane.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Disgusting.
I'm pretty sure I pressed tab at some point, and I was like 25, 30 CS down. I was half HP, and I was like, I'm kind of sweating. Like, not gonna lie. Like, it was kind of scary. But we had some really good plays mid, and yeah, like you said, like, we picked the Lux because our other options were like engage supports, and I didn't really want to play super aggressive into a Jhin because Jin's super fast. So we just kind of planned on scaling, and the CS deficit we had in the beginning didn't matter. I will say, from my side, I was kind of frustrated because I kept backing on super awkward amounts of gold, so I ended up with like boots and a dagger, then a Kerchies shard, then a crit cloak.
Right.
So I didn't really have any 80 to last it, and I was missing like half the wave to tower. So once I got VF sword, the lane evened out a lot more because I was able to farm, and then we got a bunch of kills and just kind of steamrolled from there. Not steamrolled, sorry, snowballed. That's the word.
There you go.
The opposite one, yes.
Yeah. Might be.
Well, that's fantastic, man. I've got one more serious question, which is, do you know who you're playing next week, and how are you guys going to prepare?
I believe we're playing Internal Tilt, right?
Yes.
So, Orgasmic Jukes is like...
Because
really
you guys
good.
had a 1-1 earlier in the season that was thrilling to watch.
Yeah, that was the matchup
scary.
we were saying we wanted to see in the final.
And
right?
Flow Snake, I haven't
we
talked to you
called
about this
shot.
at all, but we should definitely try to cast their finals.
Yeah, we should.
So the whole season we've been talking about, like, how to beat Internal Tilt, because they were the only team that took a game off us this season. And even though we beat them 2-0 the second time we played them, the first game we won from like a 7k gold deficit. So we kind of just we were losing pretty badly and ended up with a couple team fights in a row that were pretty clutch. But the whole season has been like, don't lose bot lane and just go. If you go even bot, like they're a lot weaker in team fights because the game we lost was I think it was like a 12-0 Ezreal that just kept deleting me over and I had a really rough game on Ashe. I'm pretty sure. I think that was also the last time I built Essence Reaver first on Ashe. So, the plan is to not lose bot lane and just see where we go from there.
I love that.
That's a good plan.
We've got our pocket pick of Lifesteal top lane, so...
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Of course.
Never fails.
Yeah, just items. With the champion doesn't matter. It's just the
Yeah.
items. Nice. Well, coming into this season here at LBLCS, we always like to find out what our players are planning to dress up for Halloween. So, do you have any plans to dress up for Halloween?
I do actually. Are either of you familiar with the TV show Clone High?
I'm not. No.
No.
Well,
Is this a
He's
young
gonna watch
person
the whole
thing that we
thing.
should know about?
He's gonna watch the whole thing.
Yep.
There's a 5-hour supercut on YouTube if you want it.
Oh,
It's pretty
okay.
cool.
I'm looking it up.
Bing,
right
bang,
now.
boom. Link that in the chat.
It's basically a show where like a bunch of historical figures get cloned and put in high school.
What?
Like,
Yeah, he's gonna watch
there's,
the whole thing. You just
it's
made
really,
his weekend.
It's pretty good. It actually got canceled because the Church of Gandhi was like upset that Gandhi was drinking alcohol. So,
Interesting.
That checks out.
but I'm dressing up as JFK because my friends say I have the hair. So
Very
Oh,
nice.
love it.
Sick.
it's a pretty funny show. It's one of those
Nice.
shows that you wonder how it got on the air for kids because it's a little sus, but it's pretty
Nice.
You know,
right on.
things get through.
I can honestly say JFK is not what I was expecting as the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Very
You know,
nice.
my mental image of you now is just JFK.
That's a great
Yeah.
mental image.
Yeah.
Slightly less holes in the head though.
That's important. I want to ask you a really old person question.
For it.
How are you enjoying college, man? What's your major?
I'm majoring in computer science. It's pretty good so far. I'm not like getting away from home was really good. So I've met a lot
Hell
of new
yeah,
friends.
buddy. Get after it.
Fuck yeah.
Meeting lots of new people. So that's always fun.
That's
Nice.
fantastic. How did you find out about the LBLCS out of curiosity?
So there was this guy I went to high school with named Nathan, and he tried to get our friend group to get a team together for it. I think it was LaChance that I messaged about like how to get a team and stuff.
It's highly
And
likely.
then
Yep.
I ended up having a pretty big falling out with him, and everybody in our friend group kind of did. But I stuck in the LBLCS because I wanted to keep playing League, but I knew that if I didn't have a reason to play, I would just stop playing.
Sure.
So I signed up as a free agent, and then I was talking to, I think it was LP Bandits, and I almost joined them, and then I realized I didn't know they were an executive, and I didn't want to start off an executive because I didn't know how I would perform.
Sure.
So I ended up going with Sensei Randels, and I'm really glad I did. Everybody there was super, super nice. So
Awesome. Dude, that's fantastic. That's like that warms my heart because that's exactly the kind of interaction that we
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Sick.
that's fantastic.
I had a lot of fun coming up with my free agent message.
Oh, did you do a really elaborate one?
That's you gotta sell
I did.
yourself. That's key.
Dude, that's important. We've had a long string of like people posting legit ass resumes there.
I think at the end I said if we win the season, I'll buy everybody muffins.
Oh, that's I completely understand why you ended up on Sensei Randels.
All right. Yeah, the rest
a
of
little bit
Sensei
of
Randels,
rivalry.
please hold him to that. Make sure you receive muffins if you do end up winning.
Last question. What's your favorite muffin?
Yep.
Blueberry, hardcore.
Oh, yes.
Classic. A classic.
Absolutely. The vanilla of the muffin family.
Yeah.
Well, Ruffian, it's been a genuine pleasure to have you here in the consulate. Definitely on your way out,
Thank
please grab some macaroons.
You know what flavor they are this week?
Yeah, rosemary, baby. We got a little bit of fennel in there, too. It's not the way that macaroons usually go, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a nice day, guys.
You
guys do
as
anything
well.
else?
Oh, thanks very much. We don't really try that hard.
It's true.
It works.
But we have a good time, and that's what's important. All right. Well, our next interview is going to be Baba Jam.
Ah, the Jin.
Indeed, the
player.
Jin superstar. G.E. Baba, welcome to the consulate. My first question is, how do we pronounce your summoner name?
You can just call me Baba. It's fine.
Dang. All right. Fair enough. We've been taking some wild swings, saying it
The
as a
capital
sentence.
A, I like to really make it quite loud. I think that's key to the whole pronunciation of the name.
It's a dyslexic nightmare, and I love it.
Oh.
I'm not sure that I've said it the same 2 times in a row. Well, dude, welcome to the consulate. This is where we like to do our interviews. Please take a seat on that refurbished couch. There's some reclaimed
Thank you.
wood deep in there. We try to do our best to help the environment. You played really well in these 2 games. Heartbreaking. You got Jin both games in a row, and the first game was absolutely a blowout. Game 2 was so different. And I want to talk about the last 10 minutes of game 2, where you guys really started to find your groove. I want to know what was happening on comms there, because you guys went from being, it was like 1-15, and then all of a sudden, in a second, it was 9-15, and you guys just picked up 7 kills, and then you kept killing them when they were way stronger than you, which is no easy feat. So just tell us a little bit about that, and anything else you'd like to say while you're here.
I mean, first of all, I have to give credit to Sensei Randels. They overwhelmed us, honestly, especially on the first game. I wouldn't be surprised if they steamrolled in the finals as well. So best of luck for them.
Hell yeah, I love that sportsmanship.
Yeah, and those last 10 minutes you're talking about, I think we just knew we had nothing left to lose at that point, and we just went for anything we could get, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we needed to fight. But during that soul point, like the last dragon, we just that was a desperate move on our part, and it turned out to be a mistake. And yeah, Sensei Randels took that opportunity and won the game. So credit to them there as well.
Absolutely. I had an emotional moment because I was rooting for you guys. And I do think, because you guys were, you know, when we cast, we kind of talk about like, okay, what do we need to see for a comeback to happen? And you guys were writing that Cinderella story chapter by chapter. And it was just, it was so close. But I really think you guys played 2 really fantastic games.
I'd love to give my team credit as well, because we were also here last season as well. And as far as I can remember, we didn't even make it to playoffs. So making it here to like semifinals this time, and almost
4, baby.
taking a game off the first seed. I have to give credit to my team. We're doing better.
Yeah, love to see that improvement. Love the sportsmanship too. Really, a very class act. Love this interview so far. I gotta ask a silly question now. As we come into sort of this season, I like to know what people dress up for as Halloween. But here, I'm gonna give you a curveball. What's your favorite type of candy?
I'd have to say like any type of toffees.
Ooh,
Probably.
Toffees.
okay.
Wait,
yeah,
tell me
that's a
about
good
that.
answer.
Do you have a favorite brand of toffee? If you were going to recommend a toffee to me to sort of curate my toffee experience, what would you recommend?
I mean, honestly, most of the toffees just taste the same, which is why I like them.
So I can get a
I
consistent toffee experience wherever I go.
yes.
Absolutely.
All right,
Very
I'm going to go out and
nice.
get
All
me some
right.
toffee.
Yeah, I really want a toffee now.
I've been
gotta
on a
stop asking
macaroon
these
kick for a
questions.
little while. Yeah, dude, you're asking questions that are making us hungry.
Yeah.
Well, Baba, is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans out there? Say to your teammates? This is your guys' last time in the consulate for this season, but hopefully we'll see you around for other ones. Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for everyone who's been watching us play these last few weeks. I appreciate all of you rooting us or like just watching us in general. I'm not sure which Glacial team is gonna be here next season. Hopefully it's us. We'll be practicing and we'll be like down one gaming. We'll just be waiting to get our revenge.
Nice. Yes. Love
Very
that.
nice.
Perfect. Well,
Awesome.
fantastic, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And please grab a macaroon on your way out.
Thank you for having me. Have a good night to all of you as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a good one, man.
See ya.
Well, Flow Snake, we've
Lachance.
done it again.
We sure have.
We've taken 2 hours away from a handful of folks, and they don't
You can
know.
never have those hours back.
You can never have them back. Ooh, Ruffian is gifting 1 tier 1 sub to low budget LCS's community to Zelius Lol. Ruffian, well done, man. Love to see that.
I got one of the. He shared rewards in chat. I got an emote from him.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's K-pop dance. I like it.
RK
Okay.
Waterski knows what's up. Yeah, that's another person at the
Denny's.
board meeting in Denny's. Guys, it's gonna be
Well, hold on. This
Yeah.
sub was gifted to Zelius, who has been
Zelius
around for some time.
Zelius was already gonna be there. You know, something we don't talk a lot about is that we are already well over the fire code allotted amount of individuals inside of this Denny's.
That's true, but we're not allowed to be here anyway, so I mean,
Right. I mean,
just
we are.
really push it.
It's why we're trying to sneak in after hours. I don't think it's a 24-hour Denny's, or if it is, at least around 3 a.m. Ruffian said, "Shake my head. Someone call the fireman." Yeah, I mean that's part of it, you know. I just that for some reason that reminded me of Spooky Maze and our logic for why that would ever work in the beginning.
I love a good spooky maze.
Love a good Spooky Maze. Yeah, I mean, guys, join us next week, Saturday. It's probably gonna be 2 p.m., but you know us. So keep an eye on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link is below that wonderful little box you've been staring at. You can click on that, get in the Discord. We have updates. We talk about things. You can always ask questions. I see our viewership is plummeting rapidly. So I'll simply say this. And don't you forget it, because the words of wisdom that I am about to share with you today will lead you to untold riches. These words spurred on the heroes of old, Theseus, Odysseus. These champions took these nuggets of information and they spun them into stories that lasted for lifetimes. Here I go. The secret